They were just like, no.
Ladies and gents, it is episode 6 of Boots, Scarves, and 21 Questions, the expanded version today. Live from the Georgetown, my name is Anton, your host, along with the Bytown Boys and extended family now. We got, geez, let's go around the table. Boy from Saskatoon.
Yo, he's from another podcast out there. What do you call yourselves out there?
We call ourselves From the Black Hole because if you talk to anybody outside of Saskatoon, especially in like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal, they consider Saskatchewan the black hole of Canadian soccer.
I thought that was Winnipeg, personally.
Actually, Winnipeg has stuff going on and has for years. If you talk to like Winnipeg Fury, who used to run the Voyageurs,
Nice.
Alright, so.
And our ladies, Melissa and Shannon from Street Soccer Ottawa. Thank you, ladies, for joining in.
And they brought their own cheering section.
Sweet.
Yes.
That was weak.
If you are looking for us to be on form like we have in the past few podcasts, you're going downhill. Forget it. This is going to be a gong show. You're either going to enjoy it or going to hate it. I suggest you enjoy it.
Tonight's episode is...
Podcast. I don't know the difference.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's broadcast is recorded in front of a live audience.
You said twice.
Yeah, the pod, it hasn't even started. The things are rolling
2 minutes
down.
So,
Sweet. All right.
so the beer's been served.
Here's the waitress. Here's the waitress. You can stick around if you want.
I'm too shy to be on the podcast. Plus, I don't really like how my voice sounds. I don't think that anyone really does. It sounds different, and you're like, who's that person?
I sound like a sex magnet anytime I was like a podcast.
Are you taking a vote on that?
No, we're still going. Yeah, I warned people this is going to be the most unorganized. We're just going to go with it.
Okay, let's try this again.
Anyway,
Do the whole thing.
so
Where were we? The whole thing.
Hold on.
You didn't pause it.
Just continue. No.
Good.
Okay, shut
Let's
up.
go.
Shut up. Hold on.
Hope you're not.
Anyway, from the Bytown Boys is not only myself, of course, you got Stefan Loudmouth Brisson Merrick.
Yes!
What the hell's your last name?
Brisson Merrick.
Holy shit, that's long.
Yeah, I know.
Parents are more
That's not
stubborn
what
than
she
an
said.
ass.
And Matt the mean sober dad.
What's your last
Matt Haddad? Hell yeah.
Oh, you do sound like a terrorist.
Diddly dee, the bombs.
You were actually saying burn the fucking White House down earlier.
Here it is.
We should bring that one
out
up
there
later
now.
on. A little bit later on, we should do that one.
We'll do it later, yeah.
Okay.
So, on to the the quote-unquote 21 questions portion, but today it's a dozen. So, let's hit it, please. Alright, first question off the bat, having to deal with the English Premiership. Buddy, you're gonna take this one first.
Alright.
Okay, what? Nothing? Huh?
No, we're good.
No?
No, just
Fine?
keep going.
We're
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, do it. Keep at it.
Do it.
Can I still play host, please?
Yeah.
Like,
Play.
alright. Anyway,
Back that
so no teams from the English Premiership have made it to the quarterfinals in UEFA's Champions League.
UEFA, who the hell's that?
UEFA.
Oh, okay.
So besides winning, which is the obvious thing, so besides winning, what have the other 8 remaining clubs done that the English clubs haven't, and what do they have to do to ensure their advancement for next season?
Alright, number 1, they haven't been from England. that makes all the difference in the world right there. Because the English Premiership's the most overrated league in the world. And if you're a fan of the English Premiership, you should get your head checked because you're an idiot. But,
Tell us how you really feel. Don't hold
actually, no, I'm a Chelsea fan myself, actually. I'm a Chelsea fan.
It's not Man U, it's not Man U.
I hate Man U. They're a bunch of fucking
Thank you.
scum.
Thank
Fuck
you.
them. Hey, guess what, all you Man U fans? Fuck you.
Yeah.
And you hater.
Exactly.
Anyway, so yeah, no, honestly, they just are horribly overrated. The German clubs know how to play tactical football.
Thank
the Spanish
you.
clubs know how to play attacking football from hell.
Oh yeah.
The
Messi.
Italian clubs just play Catenaccio football.
Hey.
Look at that. Did you like the accent I put on
Yeah,
that? I'm wasted and I put the accent on it, so that's bonus points. And who's actually left? What nation's left? Is there any other? Is it
Turkey and France.
African? There's no African
Say
nation in
African,
the
'cause
UAE.
Galatasaray and
Oh,
PSG.
PSG and Galatasaray. Yeah, that's
That's what he was
right.
paying
Galatasaray has Didier Drogba, and he's
And
a Chelsea
Schneider.
legend. He's a Chelsea legend, so they love him. And then Schneider, he's just some Dutch guy, but and PSG has immaculately rich owners, so that automatically guarantees them a semi-final spot. Who do they play next round anyway?
It doesn't matter if they're French, they're not going to go.
No, that's not the truth anymore. They're owned by a bunch of Qataris, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, but they're in the middle of French.
Doesn't matter. They're owned by a bunch of Qataris, and Qatari money buys you whatever
I'm
you
not
want.
looking
so.
at my smartphone, but I'm trying to. I think they're. Are they playing Barca? No, they're playing a weaker team.
I guess they're playing a weaker team.
Yeah.
Who are they playing?
Okay, now I gotta go for
No, we have to Google it.
Valencia.
No, Valencia's gone. They beat Valencia last round.
Okay, now, who went through from
Why don't you
Portugal?
just give your opinion? Answer.
Fine, my opinion is simple. England's been dropping the ball since '96 regarding this. They're trying to make their top league an international league.
They've
The
got
reason
Barcelona.
why Spain, Italy, and Germany are doing well is their players don't like to leave their country. They just stay home and play. So their players learn a system, they learn a style, they play together well. The last time an English team won Champions League besides Chelsea, and I still don't like the way they won it, but okay, they won it.
What the hell?
All right.
What the hell?
But I'm going to say this right now. The Champions League needs to go back to the way it was originally. Only champions in the Champions League. You finish first, you get in. You finish second, too bad, so sad.
Go
Fuck
play in
up.
Europa.
Yeah, that's
Hey, nothing
it.
wrong with the Europa League. That's a great. It is.
I know.
It's
Villa's
funner,
wanted to...
it's funner than the Champions League.
It-
Personally,
it-
I think it is.
It's more entertaining considering you
Funner, that's right.
Saskatchewan talk. It's funner, not more fun.
It is funner.
From the tin.
Coming out of me, I'm sorry.
Is it not funner?
More fun.
Yeah.
More fun.
So yeah, as Matt Haddad
I've inhaled too
suggested,
much Lloyd Minster
we are
during my
in front
day.
of a live audience and we didn't impose any rules or trying to enforce rules. So it's very off the wall, very improvised. But yeah, that's where England teams have failed, is the fact that I remember last year, well, more or less the start of the season, first Man City versus Chelsea game. Man City versus Chelsea, top team in England from previous season, Champions League winner for England. Total out of 22 players on the pitch, 4 players English. How can you be proud that you are a country that's the best
Right.
league in the world?
Right.
Yeah, majority of your players are
Fucking hell.
from other countries. You're dropping the ball on your international status. This is where I throw MLS under the bus. Make a mandatory of,
Yeah.
4 minutes in.
yeah, this is, but make it mandatory. You stay. Canada used to have the 3 minimum Canadian players
It
required.
used to be.
And then the MLS more or less said, fuck it. Just,
No, it wasn't.
what was
It was
it?
the Whitecaps.
Yeah.
It was Bobby. Well, yeah, it was Bobby. I love the Caps. The Caps are my MLS squad, but it was Bobby Leonarduzzi and the Whitecaps lobbied CSA and MLS to drop it, and they did. So
You know, the Oscars have a time limit on their speeches for a reason.
No.
I was
next
trying to
Yeah,
find
but
it.
see, they get paid for it. We don't.
So Melissa, Shannon,
Shannon will take it. She actually has an answer.
I have an answer. My answer is, in the English League, I think they play to win by a goal. And they're content to score a goal and try to defend. And they do not know how to react to a team that's out to stomp on you. A team that's capable of playing for 4-goal wins. They don't know what to do.
excellent point.
Fuck, I feel
Very.
like an idiot.
And I'm pretty.
that's just bonus. Whatever.
Oh, no shit.
And I spell classy. Starts with the T in my world. Anyway.
Why we're best friends.
Good stuff.
Matt, no. Melissa.
Matt's just
I make it
providing
fun, so
smart
I'm
ass.
saying,
Matt is
Mark.
just our peanut gallery.
I'm the color
All right.
commentary tonight.
Next.
Are you?
Oh.
So, former Capital City FC goalkeeper Clint Irwin had officially made MLS debut with his new club in Colorado versus Real Salt Lake. And so, having said that, which local player, alright, Ottawa, from either Capital City or from the Fury, would you like to see make our future NASL squad?
Emir Ziernik.
Ziernik?
Yep.
Because?
He's just a fucking workhorse.
Okay.
He wasn't this flashy-dashy player, but he wasn't a shit player. If he lost the ball, he went after it. He was a Mike Fisher. Mm-hmm. He wasn't amazing, but he wasn't shit. He was average. And I'd love to see that kind of player. I'd rather have a team of average players, one superstar, than a team of 11 superstars.
Boje.
Fucking right. He's got my vote for sure.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
Who the hell is he?
Will
Boje?
Who the hell is Boje?
Oh,
Who the hell is Boje? La 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 la.
Alright, fine. Let's edit the question for our Saskatchewan friend here.
Oh, shit.
Who from the Saskatchewan area teams would you like to see make it in the NASL?
I'll tell you somebody who can make MLS.
Okay, fine.
Mark Corthius.
Okay.
The guy by the name of Mark Corthius, and he actually trialed for Sparta Prague.
Wow.
He trialed for Sparta Prague, and the only thing that stopped him from making Sparta Prague's first team was he blew his groin out when he was trialing for them.
Like
What was her name?
Yeah, sorry?
What was her name?
Oh, yeah, who knows, eh? But no, he blew his groin when he was trialing for Sparta Prague, and he didn't make it. He's still, you know all that? I don't know if you guys know, but like Husa alumni, Huskies alumni won the Challenge Cup, the Canadian Challenge Cup, right?
Yeah.
Not this year, but the year before. And he was the MVP of the team. And Mark's got to be, 6'1". And he's a big guy, but he is absolutely phenomenal on the ball. This guy runs a midfield, and he would run an MLS midfield. And it is an absolute fucking tragedy that he is not actually on an MLS squad. Had he not totally blown out his groin and basically lost his full mobility, he would be on an MLS squad for sure. End of question.
Fair enough. Shannon?
After discussing with Darlene, we're going to vote for her husband, Paul.
All right, Paul.
There we go.
Wally!
Moving up the ranks.
Yeah! Who the fuck is Paul? Who the fuck is Paul? La 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 la.
I'll start Monday.
See you guys, he's ready to go.
Yeah, honestly, let's go.
Alright, so speaking of let's go, the MLS had its derby match weekend, the last weekend basically, the March 16 and 17.
Ooh.
Including Toronto having to helplessly fall to fucking shit packed and
Tic-tac,
What?
tabernacle. Who the fuck's the impact?
exactly.
Bullshit. Love you, Bernier.
So, out of any two teams on this planet, of any derby match on this planet with the beautiful game, which one would you be most scared to walk into the stadium?
Oh god, I know that one. This is weird.
The girls seem to have no idea.
I thought that.
Which?
The last
City,
5
Man U.
questions are mine.
Scared to walk into the stadium for Man City, Man U?
Nah.
That's the weakest shit in the world.
I'm a Man City fan,
Man
that's
U
why.
hates every time. They go down the game and they have to work for the last 2 minutes to come back and win.
Wait, so we're talking like, we're just talking like scared because your team might...
No,
fuck
just
up.
No. Scared
physically
as a
scared for your
Physically
safety.
scared for your safety?
Yeah.
Galatasaray Besiktas. Are you kidding?
Anywhere-
People die
anywhere-
at those games.
anywhere
Every
Colombia.
match. Every time they play, people die.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
People, have you guys watched any of the real football factories where they
Yeah, I see.
people die at every single Galatasaray
Well,
Besiktas
personally,
match.
the game.
And Fenerbahce for that matter.
Well,
Player got shot.
I would be scared of going to Chivas USA in LA, right? For fear of narcolepsy.
Wait, repeat your answer.
Chivas USA versus LA Galaxy for fear of narcolepsy. But realistically,
Yeah, fear your heart will stop more like.
narcolepsy.
I don't know what that means.
I know.
Going Betty by while sitting in the stand, supposedly jumping and
You might
cheering.
actually fall asleep and then fall and hit your head.
We have more people in this room right now than fucking Chivas gets out to their whole matches anyway.
But realistically, I did think of the Galatasaray.
You're always my
Derby.
Galatasaray? Yeah.
Yeah, I really did think of that, but I found another one. Ajax versus
Feyenoord.
Yeah.
Feyenoord.
Yeah.
In 2009, the mayors from both cities approached the FA of Holland. And since then, their derby matches, no away fans are allowed at their. That's how bad
pity.
it was.
That's a pity.
That's how bad it got. No, Ajax fans in '92 destroyed the trains that were going to bring them back.
What the
In this.
So you fucked your ride home?
Yeah, they did. And I'm thinking of Holland.
Oh, jeez.
I'm thinking Holland. I'm like,
Where?
That sounds to me like something circa friggin' the Canucks losing and the Habs winning.
Oh my god.
Anywhere in Vancouver during a playoff?
Yeah.
Well, man, you were there. My buddy Adrian was one of the guys that was on the roof of a pub taking pictures. He was right on the top of the pub in front of the guy that was stuffing the rag into the cop
the
car's
swimmer?
gas tank and lighting it on fire. He was right in front of that on a roof. He took the picture of the guy. One of the pictures taking the guy doing it. So.
I was a trialist at Middlesbrough.
Really?
Yeah, in '96.
Holy shit.
We were in the Premier.
Yeah.
And I traveled back to where I lived on the train that was full of Everton fans.
oh.
And I had to cover my shirt, everything that I was wearing, because I just had my travel gear. And all the Everton fans jumped on the train, and I was literally just shitting my pants.
Nice.
For about an hour and a half.
Damn.
Wow.
I was scared to this. So where are you from? Oh, I'm from Canada. So what are you doing here? Oh, I'm just visiting relatives. Don't worry about me. You know, you have to do your thing.
Go be hooligans.
Yeah.
That part of the train.
You guys ever hear about hockey?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We know how to fight.
Right.
Shit.
CONCACAF had recently released its Gold Cup schedule where Canada's going to be facing Martinique. Who the fuck is Martinique?
They're an island.
The island in the lesser.
Great place to visit.
It is.
Place to play soccer.
Yeah.
And they have a volcano, so I'm surprised they can feel the team without the team getting flooded during
have
the
you-
game with the lava.
Who have you played for? So I'm sorry. Can we pause it for a second? Who have you played for? Because you trialed for Middlesbrough. I need to know some backstory. I need to hear some backstory now. So.
Oh, we're not pausing. We'll listen to this because this is great. We haven't had this kind of.
Let him speak!
So, trialist at Middlesbrough, played with Hull City,
Oh, you played with Hull City?
Nice.
Holy shit!
Lincoln
You just had
Town,
a burpee.
Lincoln United,
Yeah.
Lincoln United?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
University of New Brunswick.
UNB. Fuck them and their hockey program.
East Coast.
All it takes them to win a hockey program is their youngest guy to be 26.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Everybody else are like AHL players.
Yeah.
And they're all from Ontario.
Up north.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, Canada's got Martinique July 7th, Mexico July 11th, Panama July 14th. That's coming up this summer, by the way, not next, not.
Yeah.
July.
Yeah.
Present danger.
So, what are your predictions for each match? What will we see? Will we see Canada advance beyond the group stage, pretty much? And do you think the team has a good enough squad to even go all the way?
Okay. First question, predictions for each match.
Yep.
Just more or less.
Canada Martinique 1-0.
Yep.
We managed to always find a way to not score goals against minnows, except against St. Vag.
Unless it's a free hit.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. St. Vincent and his groovy Grenadines, baby.
That's gonna be my only contribution.
St. Vag.
This is bad.
St. Vag. St. Vag.
What and badge?
Every badge is a saint, but anyway.
I said every badge is the same. I'm like, not really.
Moving along.
Yeah, moving along.
Mexico.
Back into soccer.
Mexico, 4-0 loss.
Panama?
Panama, 2-0 loss.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not getting out of the group.
No, we're not getting out of the group. What was the last question? Can we go all the way?
Like, basically, okay, if we're not even getting out of the group, obviously we're not.
No, I do have an answer to the
More or
last
less
question.
how
Are you
far?
fucking kidding me? We're not doing any anything, man.
Yeah.
We have another decade until we do anything. I'm sorry, but our U23s are not doing anything. Our U20s are not doing anything.
We have
maybe our U is it 18s or 17s? Our U17s might be able to do something, but from there up, fucking forget about it. We're done for like the next 12, 15 years.
The only chance we have of getting to the World Cup is posting.
Yes.
Yeah.
2026, baby. 2026.
The funny thing is that's the only reason why England won their World Cup and France.
Yeah, but they can make it in other countries.
That's true.
No, honestly, you seen England's qualifying?
You coach?
I have.
But not right now.
No.
So
You
live,
should
but you'll
not.
hear a story about it.
With your experience, you should.
But
No?
yes, will we make it? Yes or no?
Melissa's sending me dirty texts.
I love it. Shannon's like, I know what she's reading.
Yeah, I have to agree here. We're not going to go far.
Yeah.
If we win one game, I would be happy. I'd be really happy if it was against Mexico after the whole baseball fight. Just for another sport takedown. You know, we'll beat them in hockey if they could play. But I doubt it happening. If we win one game, I'd be happy. Otherwise, we're not going anywhere.
Shannon, Melissa?
I'm very quiet today.
Yeah?
No, I think we can basically agree Canada's epic fail in most sports. And
Except hockey?
Even there. When's the last time we won? When did we win the World Juniors last?
I will
When
say,
is-
2009.
When does Canada take
Right.
it seriously enough to actually put in a good team? Let's be honest.
That is a good question. But again,
I mean, I know it's a question. It's a
but
question to the question.
in the end, it ends up us doing what we've done to CSA since day one, taking them, throwing them under the bus, and then backing over and running all them over again, and seeing they have an inch of head left, and we're not satisfied, so we run back over them.
Only an inch, huh?
Yeah. Hey, let's face it.
Oh man.
The CSA has dug their own
We
grave.
have heard it all
the
now.
The other is that Canada is still in its infancy in soccer. We're talking about
You're an outlier.
that we got 30 million people in our country.
And we
And we
can't
can't
get-
find 11 guys.
And we can't find 11 guys, right? But on the same token, good luck asking Honduras or Mexico or
Jamaica.
pick it, Brazil. You know what? Come at us. Bring your best hockey team, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is our sport.
This is not our sport.
We got to work at it.
Right?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of chance.
150 years, we can talk again and maybe be at a world stage.
Canada will be more competitive when we stop letting our teams be the best of who can afford to play and start
That's it.
going in to the poor neighborhoods like the Brazilians do, like our
street soccer team.
and pick the best players and make them a national team.
That is part of the entire LTPD program. Like I shouldn't say this, I'm in trouble, but I'm on the board of SAS Soccer, and we have a very, very strong adoption of the LTPD plan, right? The long-term player development plan, and that is a very large core component of that is to ensure that programming is able to be reached by absolutely every reach of the entire province. In fact, right now, think about this for a second. I'm sorry, I'm totally hijacking this for a second, but think about this for a second. Saskatchewan by 2050 is going to be 50% Aboriginal. 50%. And right now, when you look at SAS Soccer, we have probably under 5% Aboriginal participation when you think about it, when you actually look at numbers. It's absolutely insane, and we're finally just getting into the point of being able to incorporate the Aboriginal participation. But that's the whole thing, is that the entire programming is changing, and people need to realize that the programming is changing. LTPD is a program that people need to get behind because the changes that it's bringing and the other things that are going to come from behind it are only going to lead the sport to the point where we're going to be able to incorporate the kids that are in the poor neighborhoods, so to speak, in that Brazilian parallel into the sport, and that's what we need. End rant.
But
Thank you, sir.
I'd like to go on a rant a little bit about Canadian and North American sport policy, I guess. What we have is, if we've got $100 million in Canada to give to soccer, we give $100 million and get as many people involved as possible and put $1 million towards our national team program. Whereas other countries almost do it the opposite. They have $100 million, they give $1 million to making sure everybody has a fair play. They give $99 million to develop 15
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In China, and I'll speak to curling for half a second. Corporate business gets behind one team.
Yeah.
One team may be made up of several players, not just the 4, but they dump all their money into owning those 4 players. So those 4 players don't have to work, they don't have to go to school, they don't have to do anything. We will support you and your families. But
Just play.
For 15 hours a day, we own you to curl. We don't give a crap about making sure there's 1 million Chinese curlers. We care about the 4 of you bringing us national pride. That's all we care about.
Yeah.
Bring us national pride, we'll give you all kinds of money. They live, the Chinese curlers actually live in Canada.
Yes.
Trained in Canada,
That's right.
in Edmonton.
Yeah.
They have full contracts of what you can and cannot do. And it took them 5 years to be, I think they were actually world champions 7 or 8 years ago. But it took them 5 years to be world champions.
But they invested.
We will never adopt that model. And across the board, once we start picking a bunch of sports, we will never actually compete against those countries who have the more, we care about national pride as opposed to everybody feeling good and every Johnny kid having its day in the sun as a 4-year-old or a 9-year-old to say, yay, Sunday, everybody gets a medal.
Thank you both for that, by the way. That was
Very
actually,
true.
I really appreciate that.
We
No, it's
better
cool.
end that one now because that debate's just going to
On the same
rage.
topic,
Anyway.
wait, hold on. On that just for
Oh,
a second.
sorry.
I honestly think that some of the best players are probably in the street soccer homeless World Cup.
Fucking
Right?
up top.
Honestly, there do have some, it's what Shannon said, there's some really awesome,
What else do they have to
amazing
do?
players.
The thing is, the heart that they
But
have,
they're
that drive.
not just that, the skill.
But
Well, I'm
do
saying-
you remember that Kaká used to get shit, was made fun of in the Brazilian squad? For one reason, he was one of the players that didn't grow up in the slums. He was middle class. Majority of the Brazilian players grew up in the
It's
slums.
just it's the opposite mentality here.
Yeah, no.
It's exactly what
majority
he's
of people
talking
in
about.
Brazil are the slums.
Yeah.
Where the majority of people in Canada are that lower middle to upper middle income people, right? We have a small population of lower class, we have a huge population of middle class, and a small population of
The elite.
But you're right, the Johnny, everybody getting a fair shot. Like it could have been said better than what Paul said. So
Yeah.
definitely.
it's a different philosophy of sport.
We better move on.
Seattle Sounders and LA Galaxy are the 2 clubs from MLS that have actually advanced to the semifinals in CONCACAF Champions League. Seattle's playing Santos Laguna, LA's got Monterrey, both home and home, goals on aggregate, etc. So, will this be the year that an MLS club actually wins this fucker? Because the Mexicans keep,
You said CONCACAF Champions League
Yeah.
almost mockingly.
well, yeah, because it's not UEFA.
Who gives a fuck though? Seriously, who gives a fuck about the UEFA Champions League?
He's got a point.
Fuck UEFA and
I am
on
where you're-
CONCACAF Champions League. I know you might balk at that,
No,
but it's
I'm-
fucking ours. It's ours.
No,
Okay, I respect
I
that.
agree
I
with
respect
you.
it.
I agree with you. I am a fan of Champions League.
I'm gonna
but-
rip this shit up now.
No, but I will. When TFC was in Champions League, I watched it and I watched the whole fucking thing. I didn't say, "Oh, it's CONCACAF."
Someone gonna win this from MLS?
No,
I don't care enough to have an answer.
No?
Are you kidding?
Zilch?
Santos
No, are you
Lagunas.
kidding?
No.
I was
And
formulating
Monterrey.
Fucking Monterrey has to put their B team out and they'll slaughter the
Wait,
Galaxy.
repeat,
Yeah.
Monterrey puts their B team out and they slaughter the Galaxy. I'm
Santo
sorry. You
Lagunas
have-
is a farm team for Celtic. You're not.
Not entirely.
They're still
a
funded.
partnership team.
Yeah,
but
they're funded.
Celtic has fuck all to do with Santos Laguna.
But it's still some form of partner.
They're connected. Honestly,
But regardless.
Monterrey puts the B team out, and the Galaxy put out a team with Robbie Keane, and they still will beat the shit out of them.
I was paying.
I'm sorry,
I
but you
really
have
too.
Mexican football and MLS, and the
It's
gap.
such a
the
huge
gap.
divide.
You take a meter stick, and you still don't actually find the gap between the two leagues.
If
Right?
one of the two teams will pull through, I'm going to put money on Seattle.
No.
Out of the two teams, I would put more money on Seattle than I ever will on LA. I just find Seattle more of a grunt team than LA.
Seattle has too many American-style players that will
They're-
fold under the Mexican pressure.
No, you're right on that one. But as I said, they're more of a grunt team.
It doesn't matter.
I love grunt
team
teams.
will do shit
I will
against a
bet
Mexican
on
team.
grunt teams over superstar
You
teams
have a ref from fucking El Salvador reffing the final of the CONCACAF Champions League, and you have Seattle against either Monterrey
I love this.
or against fucking who the hell? What's the other fucking Mexican team that's in here?
Are you surprised you have two
Who is it? Yeah, go for it. I don't care. Just do it.
I wasn't going to say anything.
No pressure.
Other than wrap it up.
Oh, you and I are just going. You and I have the same mindset.
No,
Well, because now there's two Stephans.
you're both very nice, but this is becoming painful.
Okay. Manchester United supporters were up in arms after their match versus Real Madrid. Sorry, I was about to say Salt Lake.
Real Salt Lake run the UEFA Champions League the other
Luis
day.
Nani was given.
That's how fucking corrupted.
You guys.
Luis Nani was given a straight red card when he challenged Real defender Alvaro Arbeloa. The controversial call was heard around the world, sparked many a conversation. Oh yeah, it did. And even if one isn't a supporter of either club, we still talked about it. The question is, should there be an on-the-spot...
Sorry.
And this is going towards the ladies first, alright?
Okay.
Should there be an on-the-spot, like review, like almost like a replay check for red cards given in major matches?
Yes.
Go.
Yes, I think so. Okay, when you look at hockey, a sport obviously in Canada that's far more invested and people care about, they actually go that extra step. And I could be way off, and I'm sure that everybody here will be like, you don't know what you're talking about. But I find that soccer is very traditional, and in that way sometimes doesn't want to move forward with the technology that's available to them. The ref seems to have all the power, like
Makes match fixing
all the
harder.
power. And I honestly believe that he's one guy running up and down the damn field, right? I mean, I know he's got his supporting linesman or whatever, but I honestly believe there should be an on-the-spot review for sure, especially for something as serious as a red card. I agree that there should be.
There's too much refs get to use their own judgment. Because was it
The rules don't seem to be as clear cut. I mean, they are, but they're aren't.
Is that your discretion?
Oh, ref, I'm throwing a red
because
card.
that red card wasn't. You deserved red card, but I mean, come on, you went flying through the air with your cleat up. How stupid! You got a red card for being an idiot.
If you're
a ref, that's not.
Yes, but
that's not a rule. You don't.
He's Portuguese.
But
but
that ref
basically
carded the stupidity. Like, you should be in control of your body. You went flying through the air. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? At the same time, there's no rule saying you have to think about it.
Yeah, but that's why there should be a review, because in hockey,
Silently
you
cheering
have
you
to be
on.
in control of that stick. You have to be in control of your skate.
Okay.
Your cleats are the exact same thing. And I'm sorry, if your foot is high enough to kick somebody in the head, you're doing something wrong.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Right? Like,
Love it.
how skilled are you?
You know what? Oh, god damn it. Can I play the guest card and drop something in?
Go for it.
I'm going to say this right now. So many people have the opinion that because it's the UEFA Champions League, that you cannot throw a red card out in a match because it's a Champions League. Fuck that. It's in the rules of the game. If a guy does something dumb like that, throw the red card out. No matter what it is, red card comes out. Fuck, I hate, you know what, I'll say this, people are not going to like me, but I hate the Footy Show guys. I hate James Sharman. I hate Christian Jack when they say shit like, oh, they ruined the match when he threw the red card out, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. That's the way the game works. That's what's in the rules. The red card comes out because it needed to come out, because that's what's in the rules of the game. That's how it works.
Well,
And if you don't stop that guy, what happens to the next play?
I found a clip of it online, and somehow they got a camera angle from the refs, how the ref was running. The way the ref saw it, he was right. It was a red card. He saw two guys running for a ball and a foot being raised and a guy getting kicked. That's what he saw. He called it accordingly to what he saw.
If that's the point, though, do you think there should be a review?
No, because are we going to go the way of the NFL, the way of hockey, where we're going to spend 5 to 10 minutes arguing every goal, every call? The NFL made a nice rule. Fine, you're going to call this and lose it. You lose one of your timeouts. That's a nice trade-off.
And you lose yardage as well.
Yeah. The other is that with soccer can potentially be played for 90 minutes with no stoppage.
Yeah.
Right.
Except for that, right? You have football, you have hockey, and every other sport is based on commercials.
Yes.
Not to mention, and baseball will be another one.
Yeah.
Every 15 seconds,
Right.
there's a stoppage in play where they can have a whistle, bang, you've been okay, everybody stop, let's go to the replays.
Yeah.
Soccer, you can't really do that.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe with a red card because an actual whistle has been blown. But are we going to start doing
They don't go
the
to the
slippery
review
slope
on
is...
commercials.
Yeah, but I have to.
No, they don't have commercials in soccer, but,
No, I mean,
what
in
they
hockey.
do have the opportunity is every time that somebody blows the whistle, all right, let's go to the replays, everybody gather around, I'll make the 15 or 15, 20 second run back to an area where I can see all the video. Bang, you're gone, you're not gone.
But I have to bring this up. How many times has Man U taken advantage of this? Playing against shit teams like Blackpool, Hull City, West Ham, Blackburn, Wolverhampton. How many times has Man U taken advantage of it? And now they're grunting up and screaming. You know what? Have a taste of your own fucking medicine. Here you go. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Next.
My thing on this is, if you get this review involved, it's gonna just lessen the chance, or it's gonna lessen the onus on the referees to do their job. If they think something's gone wrong, and their essentially power or authority is questioned, it's gonna cause issue.
So
They're not gonna.
Here's a question for you then.
Yeah.
Because I do agree with that. What if there's a red card called, right, and this kind of goes on the other side, should there be a review after the game like they do in hockey?
I'd rather...
You know, you're getting a red card, so you're missing the next game anyway.
Yeah.
But if your foul is deemed so bad, i.e. what they do in hockey, let's talk about more games.
I agree with that. Yeah,
I agree with that.
That's very true. If a red card is deemed, there's no reneging it, but there is the option to make it further down.
Right.
Give them a rule where you get so many set challenges. You want to challenge a red card, you get 5 in a season. Regardless how many games you play, where you're playing them, each team gets 5 challenges. You want to challenge that red card and take the time from the game to review it. You get so many set during the season, so make them count.
Yep.
Because then it doesn't get out of control.
Not every single red card, because I mean some of them are just.
Oh my God.
You jump up in front of your goalie and smack
Have you
down the
seen
ball, and you're a
soccer and
defender.
complaining that could go on forever?
Well, that's it.
Yes.
But give each team the ability to appeal a set number of red cards every season.
No, I agree with that. Well, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But you just gotta...
Because that then goes to kill the referee. Could you imagine in hockey? I'm protesting this penalty. I'm challenging the penalty. It's a 2-minute tripping call.
They kind of do it when it gets to a major penalty, when there's a major call. They can't ask for a review.
I heard one suggestion. It was if you call for a review, you give out one of your substitutions. It's a way to do it, but again, it's the romance of the game. Is that
Romance?
it is? It's
Beautiful game.
if how it's
We're all gonna make love.
it's how this game still keeps going. I know a lot of people, the reason why they love footy and rugby, those two sports, because it does, once the game starts, it doesn't stop, it keeps going. There's no commercial time. It's
like the Energizer Bunny.
It just keeps going
Like
and going.
Stefan.
Yeah.
There's a bigger.
I wish my exes would say that about me.
I'm sure they do in regards to your mouth.
Again, I wish they said that about me.
As mentioned earlier, the MLS had its own derby match week, and included in that series was TFC in Montreal to face the Impact, 2-1 loss again in the Big O again. Their only goal, however, was on a penalty kick taken by Welsh international Robert Earnshaw. Salute to him. But he took a pause moving up to the ball before he actually struck it and potted in his goal for that day. Now, question is, should players be allowed to deke, fake, pause when taking a penalty kick? Go, Melissa.
Absolutely not.
Shit. I missed something big apparently.
Yeah, me talking. Shush.
Hey yo.
I don't say a lot, but on this one,
Oh my gosh, you don't hear wrong.
shut it. No,
The
brief. Okay, the brief.
I'll re-ask the question.
Yeah.
So the question is, based on Earnshaw's goal from last week, because it was on a penalty kick, he paused and then struck it in. Should players be allowed to pause, deke, or fake whatever before? So let her go. She's first. Because it's her question.
You saw me welling up, didn't you?
No, it's her question. She
She's got an
started.
opinion because she's a goalie.
Yeah.
I've actually played now in all positions. I still. I've heard
That's not what she said.
Oh!
On and off the field.
I earned that. Okay. As far as running up to the ball, and if you want to move a little side to side, whatever, I totally understand that. As somebody pointed out to me, the penalty shot is supposed to be a goal. It's awarded. Yes, it would be you. It was awarded to the other team because it was a blatant foul, and I get that. But as a goalie standing on that line, unable to move until the player makes contact, if you're going to tell me that they're going to be able to run and then stop and then go again, that's a bullshit goal. Because that goalie in that game, when he stopped, he dove. And now he's completely out of the play. He doesn't even have a chance. And as far as I'm concerned, just give him the goal. Just say, you know what, 1-0 for you. Because that's exactly what they did. It's no different than in hockey when they're going to stop, skate around, and spray the goalie in the face. There has to be some sportsmanship. There still has to be skill.
Yes.
I think. I don't think they should be allowed
As a
to
goaltender,
stop
You're allowed
and go again.
You're allowed to go anywhere.
Yeah, across
side
the
to side.
line.
100%. You're not allowed to stop. Same as a penalty shot in hockey. They're not allowed to stop.
He
But
did.
they do.
He paused.
But
But as soon as you start deking, that's where you have to pay attention. Did he stop or not stop? Is he in a fluid motion? There's far too much human error in that. It should just be you run, you kick the fucking ball in the net or not.
Right, but the thing is that me as a player, if I want to do 3 cartwheels, 2 rolls,
Yeah, and that's
stand up
okay.
and get the ball, that's fine.
That's fine, but you
That's
shouldn't be
fine.
able to stop
You
and
should
start
not be
again.
able to stop, and the rules state that
Yeah,
you can't.
he did. And they allowed that goal.
Did he really stop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
It was like, it was
Does Bernier
ridiculous.
stop?
He was like, run.
He didn't stop.
Does Bernier, okay, so Bernier and Earnshaw
It's a
take penalties
staggered
all the time.
shot. Technically, he's staggered.
Does
but
Bernier
it
and
is a
Earnshaw
stop.
stop? Did they stop?
He was staggered.
When they took their penalties, did Bernier and Earnshaw, when they take their
Yeah.
penalties, do they stop?
They both staggered.
Yeah, well, but again, this is a slippery slope that the referee has to make that decision.
I don't think
They
they did.
pause.
I think they go down to almost a stop, but they don't fully stop. They're still moving a tiny bit.
They
I'm sorry,
wait
but
for
it
a
falls,
second,
it
and then they
falls. It falls within the whole.
The gray area
Not to
of
mention,
what-
yes, the goalie can move from side to side on their line.
Yeah.
What does that really accomplish?
It can. It can fucking shoot her up.
Well, you can't keep the angle. I know from being goalie myself.
If you shoot over to the left in terms of as a goaltender, if you scurry over to the left side,
You're going to go for the right regardless.
well,
Yeah, but then you've got to be a
right. But
fast
if you're
goalie to
planning on
get
going all
back to
left
the
no
other
matter
side.
what, she shoots over to the left as a goaltender. The hell do I do then? Now it becomes unfair for the shooter, right? Which
I don't think it's ever unfair
the
with
whole
your
thing
10
is
feet in
called.
the giant net.
The whole
I really
shot
don't
is
think
called
that's ever unfair to the
because there's
shooter.
a
I
disadvantage
think you can miss.
to the attacking team.
Shannon.
I think Melissa's been crying about this all night because she's the goalie. Penalty shots are designed for a reason.
I thought because she was a Leafs fan.
That's it.
What did you say?
Because she's a Leafs
I think they
fan.
actually beat Boston 3-2 just for the iPod record.
For the hot
Come on, Habs.
Well, anyway, go.
I was done. I just don't. I
Penalty
don't
shots
think
are
they
designed
should
to be
stop
scored
and
on.
start again.
Yeah.
And I think they're not designed for a keeper to be able to stop
you were
them.
playing
It's
for your
player
first
error
game.
when it doesn't go in. So players should be able to deke, they should be able to stop until you put your foot on that ball. Fair's fair because you got screwed out of your best chance to begin with.
Yes, but it's the referee.
It's a crime.
No,
it's in
but
the-
she's right.
in
In youth,
Oh, yeah,
if
play
you
that
if you were to pull that in normal youth soccer, the ref has no problem calling it. If you
Yes.
if you were to attack that as a coach, the ref has no problem pulling out a card. It's somehow allowable in the higher echelons. In the lower leagues, no, that's it. You cannot do that. No.
Right, but there's a whole bunch of rules. When's the last time you saw it? You wait to pick any Champions League, whatever it is, English Premier, somebody gets called for a throw-in. And when they do, people lose their fucking mind. Oh my god!
I want to see them start being called for
But as a
throw-ins.
9-year-old, there's 50 of those. No, call it back. No, you don't lose it.
I want to see them calling those throw-ins because personally, if you're going to play the game, play by the rules. You are the shining light. You are the goal. These kids want to play for the Man U's, the Chelseas, the Real Madrids. You're not gonna do a throw.
I wish I would have been a confidence when I was playing soccer. I would have shushed.
No, but if you're gonna play by the rules. You're gonna do a throw in, do it properly. You're gonna do a PK, you do it properly.
Yes, and on that note, how fast does that referee call it if the goalie moves just a little bit off that line?
They do it instantly.
Yeah, they do.
No, they do it.
They don't.
As soon as the goalie does it and the team trying to defend the goal.
If you take your foot off that line, and I mean, I'm not necessarily speaking professional, because this isn't just about professionals, but all soccer. Absolutely is.
Hey, I get my rant, she gets hers.
I've just, because you know what, they start to run, and it's a natural reaction, right? Your foot comes a little bit off. They're on that shit like fast.
Like white on rice.
Yes, I was so gonna say that.
Like a fat kid on a
But with the
cupcake.
kicking, stopping, whatever, there's no, and I'm sorry, it's too hard for them to tell whether that player actually stopped or not. It should just not be allowed because
Yeah,
of
but
that.
they can't though. Because if the rule states you can't stop.
Did you watch that game last week? He stopped.
Oh, I realize that, and referees miss calls all the time, but we're talking a generality.
But it's right there. Like in
Can't say the
slow.
word. In general, if you
Shut
watch
it.
50 of those PKs...
I only talk about one question for a reason, because I want to have it for an hour.
They stop them, right? You can tell decisively you came off the line, because it's measurable.
That's why I'm saying.
It looked like I went.
That's why I'm saying it shouldn't be allowed.
But I
It
didn't
should
actually
be one
stop.
fluid motion because it's too hard for them to actually referee
Right.
it
But
fairly.
the thing is that a penalty shot is not to be in your favor, and it's not.
Then just give them the goal.
It's not supposed to be a 50-50 chance. The
It isn't
reason why it was
anyway
called
with 10 feet in that
is because-
giant net. Even if they just do it one fluid motion, you still think that's a 50-50 chance?
Well, yes,
It's
if I'm
80-20.
6'9",
Yeah.
it definitely is. Right, I've got a wingspan
It
of
takes you twice as long
14
to
feet.
just
Okay, right now we're talking to two goalies who are 5'4" and 5'9".
Right.
5'9". And even if it takes
fuck
how
are you
much
doing?
for that 6'9" person to actually toss themselves across the line? There's no advantage for the goalie. It's not a 50-50. It's not. I'm sorry.
I realize that you shouldn't because they
And I agree with that too. I agree with that too. All right, next question.
Alright. So while Stefan's stealing a glass,
And I'm stuck.
now we're
It's
going on.
my specialty at
Now we're
Pubs.
going on to American football and real football, not fucking NFL bullshit. Anyway, realistically, will the USA men's national team qualify for the upcoming World Cup in Brazil? And if so, how far will they go, ladies? No.
Apparently, I talk too much, so we'll let Shannon have this one. She actually
I
called me.
love the infighting.
It's
She
your
called
fault.
me yippee. I haven't texted moving.
No, let's
Yeah.
not break out the chat.
No.
Okay. Will they qualify? I really hope not because I hate them. If they
Okay.
do, out of the group round, no.
No? Okay.
I was going to say the same thing.
Same thing?
If they do make it out of the group round, I will be shocked. But I don't see them faring well in the...
Okay. Melissa.
I agree with him. They will make it. They will not make it far.
Okay, boys.
Maybe out fast.
Which one?
First one, are they going to go to the World Cup?
Boys to men.
And yet, you have an And which
We were good, weren't we?
All right, if USA to make it, they want to be safe. They need all games to be played in Denver when it's snowing. I looked at it. Besides the States and Honduras, everyone's drawn their games. Right now, the States and Honduras have a good lead. The problem is, though, the States have yet to really play Mexico. That's where they drop. Panama, out of the whole group, is the only country since '98 that hasn't made a World Cup. And they're going to be hungry. So, yeah. States aren't in a pretty picture.
I hope the States burn.
Just like the White House.
Motherfucker burn!
Hey,
We
you know
don't
what?
need no water, let the motherfucker burn.
I hope the States burn.
Yeah.
I hope they bomb out
Yeah.
because we burnt the White House down in 1812. You knew that was coming. Because the Yankees picked a fight in 1812. So we burned the fucking White House to the ground.
Alright. Cool.
Yep.
I'm down for that. Round 2. Alright. Looking ahead to 2014, how well will the Ottawa Fury FC do in the NASL, and will the team have the support of the city in order to be a strong contender long term? Go.
Shit, I didn't read this question.
You.
Oh, we're getting
You need to answer this one first.
we're
You
getting
answer it
peanut
first.
gallery and
You answered first.
Oh, like they always go away season. They always choke in the finals every year. Every year they do.
Do they have lasting power?
I think they do. The depth. And
Why?
Just they do great recruiting. They have.
Not team-wise.
I think they do.
Supporter-wise.
Supporter-wise?
Yeah, fans. Do they have the fans? Does this city give a shit?
It's tough because the biggest issue with this city is the marketing part of sports. The only big sport that's marketed in Ottawa and like big cities is hockey, is the Senators, you know? And I don't know, it's a tough problem with. They definitely market to families.
I like the phone.
It might last, but
Yeah, it might have.
Isn't the same guy that owns the 67s own
Jeff Hunt, he's part of
Fury now?
the ownership group. But the funny thing is, one of the ownership group members, Bill Shankman, he's also chairman of Millwall.
That's gone.
Yeah, Millwall. So he might be able to help us with having a bit of a rough hooliganism in the stands.
Oh yeah, he's gonna import a bunch of Millwall fans.
Well, there's been. He stated.
I bet you played against Millwall back in the day, didn't you?
No.
Sure. No.
Oh, you're.
No.
Yeah,
No, he didn't.
He's still walking.
That's true. Was it Hull City? Was it Hull City you played?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
I loved Hall City when anyways, but no, it's gonna be hard. If we're gonna base it on supporters, with Ottawa, Ottawa does not have the repressed European fans that Toronto and Montreal did. Vancouver has strong fan groups, especially because it's Vancouver. They're proud of who they are. Ottawa, we're always, do we want to support? Well, we're not winning. We're a political town.
So Madam Waitress, does Ottawa have the ability to support soccer in the city? Nice and loud, please.
I don't really know. I know that we have a pretty good fan base for people who like to watch soccer. As a sports pub that specializes in soccer, a lot of people come here to watch it.
Would you get the same amount of people if you had to charge them $27 a ticket?
I don't think so.
Sunday morning?
No, I don't
They
think
wouldn't
so.
come?
No.
You can stream it online.
Definitely not. I mean, they show up during the daytime to have like coffee and cheap breakfast. It's sort of like. Oh my god.
The Ottawa sports fan will live on cheap breakfast.
Damn right you will.
I don't think you could have said any better than that.
I mean,
Brilliant.
I don't know if they would spend the $27. I'm not sure. Like, I personally wouldn't. I don't follow sports.
What sport
really.
would you pay $27 for to watch?
Which
In
way?
Canada.
Yeah.
To watch a sport.
As Matt
Yeah,
stands
if there's
up
one here,
advertising
I
his
get you
hockey
for
jersey.
I'd have to pick hockey.
See? Canada hockey. You're right.
Canada
Paul.
hockey.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Fucking
Just
hate
because
it.
I grew up with that, so it's a bit more familiar.
Exactly.
to me.
Okay.
Oh, that's perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope that was
Our most random guest on the podcast ever.
She works in a sports bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That specializes
You
in
guys
soccer.
didn't coach me into saying
Sorry,
the
I-
answer,
No.
did you?
I didn't
What's your
even.
name again?
It's Megan.
Megan, our waitress here
At the
is
Georgetown
fantastic
Sports
at the Georgetown
Pub.
Sports Pub.
She's
Yeah.
a saint.
Which we're making our
Beautiful
home
red
for
hair.
NASL, so get used to us.
It's awesome.
It is. Yeah.
Thank you.
The
Thank-
Megan, are you single?
No.
Damn it. Okay, moving on.
I don't think she's in long-term relationships, though. If she was long-term
Next.
relationships.
We better move on. It's getting out of control.
No problem, but I'm going to be heading out shortly, so you guys want to settle up with me?
That's a lot.
Okay.
I think we have two
Still
questions
have a
left.
girl who's going to be here, though. So
We
you
can
guys-
edit this out.
You guys can question
No, we
her.
can't. It's in.
Yeah, it's in. We're continuing in brother.
Yeah, you
You're
get
gonna
a
have two
whole
questions
bunch of those. You never know, but yeah, I'll be right back.
That does not get edited out because it's so fucking brilliant.
Oh my
You
goodness.
can't write that kind of shit.
Alright.
I gave the warning beforehand.
Shenanigans.
Can you ask the question again?
Alright.
Lost.
So, looking
Was that
ahead
the
to
Ottawa Fury? No, I don't think so.
perturbed.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Why? Can I, please?
Yeah.
Alright. So, looking ahead to 2014, how well will the Ottawa Fury FC do in the NASL, and will the team have the support from the city in order to be a strong contender long term?
I'll take the second part of that question, even though that was my question.
Yeah.
I actually don't believe that they're going to have the support of the city.
No?
No, I don't. I think that, and actually, I had my own answer, but Shannon's answer was brilliant, because you were right when we discussed this. A lot of the people that play soccer, involved in soccer, doing soccer, they're out doing soccer. They're not going to be at the Dome watching soccer, and I think that's going to be the problem. They're not going to be able to fill that dome with the fans. And there's actually, on the other side too, I think there's actually quite a few people that are a little bitter that Lansdowne got torn down, and I think that actually might impact a little bit the people that go there. I know it would make me think twice, honestly. And I know that sounds silly and petty, but
it's not.
We lost a lot of soccer so that you can put this team in. That team had better fucking be amazing, and it's not going to be, and I think that's going to make some people bitter, to be honest.
No.
No? Okay. Stefan?
Well, I said before, supporter-wise, we're going to have a huge battle to climb because we're all used to hockey. And anytime you bring up NASL in the papers, the only thing that's really brought up is CFL, not NASL, it's CFL. So we have a huge hill to climb. I have no problem trying to climb it, but again, the girls are right. It's going to be hard. If we want to do it, we better be willing to dig in our heels and climb. I've been willing to climb since day one, so I'll just walk it. Everyone else is going to think it's hard. I'm just going to walk it. The worst case scenario is it fails. Best case scenario, it works. Either way, I'm just going to have a good time regardless.
Alright, so out of the Raptors, TFC, Leafs, Marlies, which team from the MLSC is going to disappoint their home supporters the most?
Oh my god, is that even a question?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Go for it. Who is it? Number one.
TFC.
Go on, TFC! TFC!
You know what? Normally my answer would be the Leafs, but I actually think it's going to be the Toronto FC this year.
Toronto FC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
TFC?
expects anything from the Raptors anymore.
I'm going to say people in Toronto are too stupid to know the difference.
Yeah! Yes! Yeah! I love that. Love it.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
Love it.
been there, had it, wasn't all that good.
Got the t-shirt, got ripped off.
Yeah, totally.
Is this a true story?
No.
Continue with the
I can make up
podcast.
some.
Can you make up some? Because I'm in for that.
Last two questions. Last two.
Cost you around though.
Another fun one, by the way.
Alright.
Oscar awards have long come to pass, but for now, in the world of football, who, and it could literally be anyone in the footy world, okay? Who's getting twat of the year?
Napoleon Rapp. He's in the soccer world. He should totally have the twat.
Okay, so?
He's okay.
What's his name, sorry?
Well, I don't know his real name, but he's shorter than me, so we call him Napoleon Rapp.
Okay, Napoleon Rapp,
Yeah,
right?
and he literally, honestly, makes
Ottawa?
the most, yes, the most
he's a local
brutal.
boy.
He's local, yeah. He makes the most brutal calls ever.
Is he French?
No, he's more interested in being your best friend and like, telling you how much he knows the rules and I'm the best guy and like, absolutely. And I understand, like, he probably is a midget.
He really is embarrassing.
Do you guys plan to sit here and see? Is that what's happening here or what? All three of you?
He makes me
Definitely
like
nice.
embarrassed for other refs. He's that bad.
Twat of the year?
Ooh, twat of the year?
If you say me, I'll slap you.
But I still want my trophy.
Does he have to play?
No, anyone in the footy world.
Anybody in the footy world?
Yeah.
Anybody in the footy world?
Twat of the year.
Twat of the year.
Could be a Fergie.
Can I give it to all of MLSC?
Go for it.
Yes. All of MLSC.
actually, yeah,
the
that's a good
entire
I didn't think of
organization
that one.
of MLSC is twat of the year.
Yeah.
Because
Twat of the year.
MLS series is fucking
I would have
shit.
said
Yeah,
Sepp
good answer.
Blatter, but he hasn't done anything stupid this year.
Surprisingly.
The one who has done something stupid is Don Garber trying to
Oh shit, that's a good one too.
interfere with Cascada Cup. If
Oh,
he left
yeah.
it alone.
Everything. They trademarked everything, eh?
Yeah,
They
but
tried to
that's the
anyway.
thing. That's the only reason why he's twat of the year.
Coming for you guys.
After that, I would have picked Joey Barton.
Whoever decided to hire that douchebag Italian to I'll say lead England. We don't know last
Capello?
Capello?
Whoever hired Fabio Capello?
No, Fabio Capello wanted to. Fabio wanted to drop some of the top players.
He wanted to drop Terry.
Yeah.
He wanted to drop Terry, but the English
FA
media
wouldn't
wouldn't allow
allow.
him.
Anything
They wouldn't allow him, man.
Same thing with Rooney.
You know what? The English FA is almost twat of the year.
Yeah, no, the English.
You have one? Starlene?
Sir Alex Ferguson, not Sir
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
There it is.
Thank you.
I'm fucking gone.
I am gonna actually pick a ref
Okay.
for the Canada-USA game in the women's.
Oh!
Fucking
Peterson is her name, isn't
If
it?
anybody
Something
wants to
Peterson.
understand, that was a positive response to
Norwegian.
that
It
answer.
doesn't matter what her
Shit.
name is, but I think
literal twat of the year.
whether she was biased, incompetent, at the very least, she was intimidating.
Oh my
You could
God.
not be a ref.
Norwegian ref.
Yeah, but Abby won back his league.
Guys.
I watched that game,
So did I.
and not very often do I say a man should run things. Men need to run up.
She's never said that, just for the record.
That's my husband. Never happens.
I saw
I want to say myself. Actually, I want to say Melissa just so slap me. But I'm gonna go with myself because I don't know enough.
Okay.
I say I'm a supporter, but I'm so far out of it. And you know what? I'm actually bitter about something.
What?
Fucking Balotelli.
Okay.
Yeah,
Balotelli?
Balotelli's a character and a half.
Hey, Balotelli.
Well, he's my boy.
I don't know what the words are, but
All right. Last question of the
he's
day.
a striker.
Leave me for last on this one.
Children playing a sport are always having to deal with pressures coming from either their own and or someone else's parents. In the world of footy, we call these people soccer moms. Now, we all know this is a reoccurring phenomenon and quite rude to the rest of us trying to enjoy watching a footy match, or even another sport for that matter. So, what is the best way to handle a soccer mom? Go!
Do we have to be G-rated for this?
No, I'm just saying it for
Good.
because I don't know if you'll ever get another word.
If she were to handle a soccer mom?
No, I say because I am the only soccer mom.
Oh, I forgot
Are you
you're a
a
soccer mom.
kid?
So,
She has two.
I honestly think just don't let them on the field. You're gone. When I
You're
go,
banned?
You banned. When I go to my daughter's ballet
banned,
class,
bitch.
it is closed door. They put up black cardboard up over the window into the classroom. You can't watch. You're invited in, and when you're invited in to watch, you sit down and shut up.
Yeah.
The way it works with soccer. If you can't sit down and shut up, leave.
Matt,
I like public shaming. I really do.
that's why you're a supporter.
So you know what? If someone's gonna be that much of an asshole, I want them dragged into the middle of the field and pelted with tomatoes.
All right, Melissa.
I agree with Shannon, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think as a parent, you're really invested. You're really emotional. You can't always control that. And as a player who's actually had soccer moms yell to the other players on the field, kick her, hit her where it hurts. I just, honest to God, take her out, she's small. In my JJ, if you need to.
In the box. Kick her in the box.
Here.
Sorry, little side note. You know when people say
there's no
get a
side
pair.
note about my vagina.
It's direct.
You know when people say get a pair? Betty White says everybody should get a vagina because those things can take a pound.
Anyways, I agree. I don't think they should be there, or at least there until they're proven that they can't handle it, and then they should absolutely.
I actually gotta say, I like Matt's idea of public shaming.
Yes.
After watching all these parents in the
I
US
throw soccer
taking
balls
their
at them
kids
and
on street
tomatoes.
corners
I'm
with
Italian.
signs saying,
It's in my blood.
I'm an
Yes,
ass.
soccer balls
Yeah.
more.
I think parents should get that. You misbehave at the game, you get signs saying,
Or they could stand in
this
net
is
and
me.
pummel
Yeah.
them for penalty kicks. Soccer moms in the net for penalty kicks. They are our bitches. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, you stop and deep.
No, you still.
Yeah. Right.
Handle soccer moms.
I'm going to shame the entire province here and go X-rated. So I'm going to say you got to flip them over, grab them on both handles, and fucking. So you got to do a thing. It's called the Angry Dolphin. You start off in the vag.
Is there
Start
flour involved in this?
You start off in the vag. You start in the vag, and then
sorry.
while you're going, you don't let them know. Yeah. No, we don't want any more. We're good.
Apparently, he's
So you-
gonna just take what he wants. So.
Yeah, that's right. I will get out of here while you can.
Have a good night.
So basically, basically what you do is you're doing her kind of doggy, and then when she doesn't realize, you whip out and you shove it in her asshole as fast as you can, and she'll arc her back and squeal like a dolphin. So.
Wait. Can we apply the same theory to
Wait.
Yeah.
I have to point out the obvious. He said when you pull it out and she doesn't realize. Was it that small? You said it. You did. You said yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You know what? I don't have a rebuttal to that one.
I coached for 2 years, so I'll give the polite answer.
Hey, ladies and gents.
I'll give the polite answer, and I more or less demanded parents to step up, and they didn't, so I ignored them. And there's always the other answer.
To help, yeah.
You get drunk and your soccer mom decide to bring you home, and then you have your way with her.
I agree, though. That
True story.
Hey,
Is it?
yeah. If you're gonna the question is,
Really?
how do you handle a soccer mom?
Shannon wants to
Not
Fucking
how-
handle her, eh?
Exactly. The wrist, the size,
Yo,
the
Mikey
move.
Shannon or M&M Dongs over here wants to.
Are they decent up top, or they had kids?
Shenanigans over here.
No, her son was on the team I coached.
Shenanigans.
Sorry, you've been replaced.
I don't have anything to say.
You said you wanted to run your mouth.
No, I said
Did you see she wants me?
when I said I threw up in my mouth.
Oh man.
It's not my fault she was that.
You know, there's another one.
So I think the general consensus, Darlene will sum up about soccer moms. Let's let Darlene.
Go for it.
Okay.
I think we're talking about, supporting soccer in Canada and all this stuff, and that totally stops the whole process right now.
But they're not supportive. They need to be
But they
controlled.
aren't. The problem is we need to educate parents that
Yes.
not every kid's going to win, not every kid's going to get a medal, but if you educate
Thank you.
parents and include them in it, that'll help. And,
Yes.
and encourage them to be part of it.
But how do you do that in
You are,
Canada?
but you are going to have that crazy parent. Absolutely. You cut it off and say, you know what, Johnny's not going to
hell are
make
you
it to the
doing?
MLS. Johnny's not going to do it.
Well,
Johnny sucks. We like.
can I interject
That's
here?
the issue.
Hold on.
Where we have to deal with parents and teach them how to work with their kids.
And then not all their kids are gonna be their Britney
It's not a
Spears
sense of
ride
empowerment,
train.
and we're talking about building soccer, and parents are the ones that are going to bring their kids to the field.
You're right. You can't get there without your mom.
All right.
And your dad.
I will
She's
interject on this one.
Mom or
though.
dad?
Darlene's right, but
Ladies
if
and
you go
gents.
back to Paul's, like, how do you do that in Canada though? When everybody
Well,
is
I got
getting-
lucky.
and there's no competitive.
Fuck man, blow it up. Kill the population.
No, I got lucky.
Talk about that in
One of the
last podcast, no competitive soccer.
one of the teams I coached, the last team I coached, I got lucky. One of the dads cheered for Birmingham City. And I'm an Aston Villa fan, so he and I should hate each other till the end of time. But he understood my mindset. If you didn't volunteer to be a coach, shut the fuck up. If you didn't decide you're going to put in your time to help with this
So then
team.
let's go back to, right, we'll play a game, we have no fans, or if you are going to be a fan, be a golf fan. Sit.
No, he
quietly
wasn't a golf fan.
Applaud when you're told to.
Yeah,
and don't applaud, because, and then this all is moose. This whole friggin' you're passionate about who you like doesn't fucking matter because we don't want to hear it because you're going to upset somebody. And I don't care about what you think about your fans or your team or your players.
You know the
That doesn't
problem
matter
is,
either.
no, but you know the problem is, I understand what you're saying. No, I agree what you're saying. But the good thing is, though, this guy, because he was from Birmingham, he was from England. He actually asked me, would you mind if we start doing a supporter section? I said, no, I don't mind. I encourage it. All I'm asking is not to throw the ref under the bus because I will get a card. And I'm not asking you to throw the other team under the bus because... But regardless,
this is back to
if you...
Canadian mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not gonna, like, do you think fucking people in, let's pick
Moose Jaw?
No, not Moose
Medicine Hat?
Colombia.
Oh yeah.
Because we're so interested
they are that
in
big.
making sure everybody has a fair chance and everybody
Let me
feels
see if
good
I
at
can
the
put
end of the
it down
game.
here.
Everybody's a
Probably
winner and everybody gets a medal and everybody has a little corner. Right? We're worried about the masses and making sure everybody smiles when they walk. We're not worried about let's create the best team and the best quality in an individual player. We are worried about making sure, and I'm sure other provinces, New Brunswick went through it, if you have a 13-year-old phenomenon as a player, they will not allow him to play at any other level as a 13-year-old because it's not fair to the other 13-year-old.
Fuck him.
The other is it's not fair to a 15-year-old who he's not, just because he's younger, we don't want to take his spot away from his under 15 team.
You know what comes from though? That whole thing, that's looking at it. That's looking at it like it's only from the provinces. That's the only province view. The thing is, it's coming in and it's already happening. And I'm going to totally pull Saskatchewan as an example. The growth of academies in the country. The growth of academies in the country is happening. It's happening in Saskatchewan already. I'm sure it's probably happening out in the Maritimes area, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, everywhere. Is that the academies are taking in that position when that kid who's a 13-year-old phenom, hope to God by that point he's already in one of the academies, and it's happening at least in Saskatchewan already. It's happening in BC. Alberta is so fucked up they don't know what's going on, but it's happening in Sask, BC. Ontario is kind of fucked up too because they didn't adopt the academy model. But things that are happening, and things when it comes, and I'm going to shoot back to it because I totally believe in it. Things are happening with the long-term player development model and allowing the introduction of academies into provincial systems, and not introduction to provincial systems, but introduction into the way that the provinces have worked. It's allowing that kid who's 13 years old, who's a phenom, to be able to go into an academy system where he's going to be able to not only develop into a good player, but a great and possibly world-class player. It's going to happen. It is, and that's true. Yeah, and that is the problem. That is.
But it's even the simple basics. It's the simple basics. Like we have a nephew that participates in soccer, and we go and watch, and he's 12, and listening to the parents on the sideline freaking out. But they don't know the rules, they don't know the simple things, and that's sending the wrong message to the child. It's sending the wrong message to the group around.
The good thing about the academies.
All on the coach to teach them, but something there has to be connected.
The good thing with the academies is that they can shut down that entire shitbag of the parents not knowing what the fuck's going on, because they have that power. When the parents are signing their kids up into the academies, they do have that power. Right. It happens in BC, and it's happening in Saskatchewan now.
It's not going to go. We're also on so many different pages right now. We're so far behind or so far ahead of each other. It's not going to help the national development part of it.
You know what? It is, though. It is.
This whole academy thing goes right back to the very first, I think it might have been the first question, right? You don't go to an academy unless you got the money to afford it, right? If you adopt the English system, and this, even the, Columbia or whoever, I use Columbia because it's kind of third world and it's summer. They don't do it that way. They have the academy system, but we'll take Middlesbrough, would take your child at 12 years old. We want to bring them into our youth system. We pay for everything. It doesn't cost you. You could basically be a street sweeper, single mom, whoever. We're taking your child, putting him in this system as our development. Eventually, we're going to sell him, and that's our plan, is to sell him for another club, or we keep him in our club to play for him. What we do is with our, and this goes back to kind of a little bit of a lead. Your child wants to pay or play, here's how much it costs. You need to donate, you're paying $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. My sister's child's in this same thing. $4,000 a summer, or $3,500 for the summer, to go to X amount of tournaments, to play X amount of games, to get X amount of practices, to have a paid coach. Well, what if you are that phenom? My mom's a street sweeper, and I got no money. Then you're that, maybe you might be that one charity case that they allow in.
My argument to that is that is the way that it is functioning now. However, that's not the way that it needs to always function. In Sask, when it comes to the way that things, and the only thing I can pull from is Saskatchewan, it's my only knowledge. In Sask, at least, the way that it's functioning right now is you don't need to have that massive amount of money to be able to get your kids into the top academy programs and programs. And obviously, when it comes to Sask, the kids that are pulling in aren't at the same level as the kids that are being pulled into the academies in Ontario, because the population doesn't allow for that. It just simply doesn't.
Not to mention, you might only have 2 academies. The same thing if you go to the Maritimes. It doesn't cost us $3,500 for the same thing.
Yeah.
But in Oakville, they got 5 academies, a bunch of rich people.
Yeah.
They gouge everybody.
Yeah.
And they don't give a shit.
Yeah, they don't give a shit, and that's true. And Sigma FC is one of the worst because we all saw what Sigma FC charges their kids to be able to go into it. Oh man, we better cut that one on the podcast because that's liability. But anyway, we see what the fuck happens with some of those ones. No, you're gonna cut this entire thing. We see what happens with the academies. In the sense that that's not the way it has to go, because there are different plans and the way that they can go. The problem is that those academies, when they got started, especially in Ontario, they were fighting everything that the province is throwing at them because the province was purposely trying to break them. Ontario was purposely trying to break the academies when they started because they were against what the OSA was trying to do. And the OSA never has, and still hasn't, fully adopted a system to be able to accept the academies. And that's what I'm saying. BC is better, and I'm going to blow the horn for Sask again, but we're trying to be the best in the sense that we're going to be able to accept the academies that are rising and understand what the hell is going on. And so the whole idea is try to be able to minimize the type of costs that get accosted to the actual academies themselves so that they don't have to pass it on to the lowest denominator, which is the actual participants, right? So...
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your participation today. Thank you for your patience for those who are losing it, including myself. Anyway, so from the Bytown Boys to you guys, thank you all very much for your input. We do appreciate it. This is actually the largest group we've ever had for a podcast. As fucked up as it was all night long, it was a blast to host. My name is Anton again. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Bytown Boys SC. BytownBoys.webs.com is our website and has both our Facebook and Twitter handles. Follow us that way, as well as Street Soccer Ottawa. Shout out to them, to Melissa and Shannon, because we're still going to promote this wonderful event of ours, Scavenger Hunt, happening April 27th in partnership with Street Soccer Ottawa and the Bytown Boys Supporters Club, raising money for the good cause and also for the winners who happen to be the winners. If you want some money, pitch in the money, and you have a chance of winning half of it. Any other announcements besides the event, which I just said?
I have not really.
No.
We're looking into the T-shirts. We have a few companies lined up, but again, we've said this shout out to Auto Street Soccer.
And also shout out to Benjamin for getting us tickets to see Canada go kick some American shit.
Yeah.
And our boy from Saskatoon. Hell yeah. You want to say a piece, or?
Yeah, it's Jeff from the Black Hole. Your Saskatchewan soccer podcast, also serving the prairies in general, since nobody else seems to be doing anything there right now. But
sounds like me. No one's doing it, I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you guys haven't checked out, we also have our Facebook page at From the Black Hole and at FR the Black Hole on Twitter.
Okay.
Oh man, screwing this whole thing up. I've got too much beer.
Okay.
Tell you honest truth, I will look it up and make sure it's in our tagline.
There you go.
Because we have a random Saskatchewan fan show up and participate in our podcast. All I think is typically Canadian. Oh, you're from Saskatchewan, you have your own podcast? Join ours. Oh, you don't know the question? We don't care. Join it. You're our best friend. You're going to join us.
So thank you once again to everybody, to all the guests, and to Street Soccer Ottawa. Melissa and Shannon, you're always a pleasure to be with.
You always make us look classy.
And Bytown Boys.
Not tonight, actually. I think you were in the class here.
And
Yes!
Bytown Boys Supporters Club alongside From the Black Hole itself. Good night, and we're signing off. Till next time.